Hello everyone. So today we're going over the 1.3 lines. Uh, Here is we have some, in the beginning in this section, we're going over the slope, talk about the slope. And then in the next part of this section, we're going over, talk about how we can make an equation of the line, talk about the equation of the line. So the slope of lines, of any line, slope of a line. So first of all, I'm going to define what is the meaning of a slope. A slope of a line that passes the points a x comma y, and the other point is b of x comma y, is defined here. This is x1, the first point a of x1 comma y1, yeah, this is 1, and here of b of x2 and comma y2 is defined as the slope m equal the difference of the y2 minus y1 over the difference of x. So it is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. The difference of the y between the two order pair and the difference of the over the difference of x between the two order pair. So this is the slope formula between any 2 points in the line. Now we're going over the slope of vertical line. So the slope of vertical line is not defined. Why the slope of the vertical line is not defined? Any idea?
Because the denominator is 0.
Exactly. So this is correct. I'm going to graph the Cartesian plane. So the Cartesian plane like this, and we have a vertical line. This is my vertical line, the red one here. This is my vertical line. So the vertical line has a slope 0. Why? If I take any 2 points in this line, for example, I'm going to take this point here, and also I'm going to take this point. This point is called A. This is my A of x comma y1. I prefer to write it here. A of x comma y1. So the both of the point A and B have the same x, coordinate, b of x comma y2. This point here is x. This is my x. And we have to know also here, this point here is my y1. This is my y1 here. This point is my y1. And this point here down, it's my y2. This is y2. So, but both of the point have the same x coordinate. So I can use the formula for the slope m equal the difference of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, what is my y? What's the difference of y by using the point?
0.
I get here is not 0 because here y2 is different about y1. When I subtract y2 over the y1, what I get here? What's my y in this point? I mean,
Oh,
what
you're
is my
doing the
y?
vertical line, not a horizontal.
Yes, the vertical line, yes.
Oh,
So what's the y coordinate of this point?
y2,
y2, exactly. Minus what? What is my y coordinate of this point?
y1,
y1, y2 minus y1 over x2. What is my x2 in the second point? What is x2, my x coordinate of this point?
x2.
It's x. Without x2, it shows x because we have the same point x.
All right.
Minus, what is my x coordinate of this point?
Oh, just x as well, because it's the
Just
same
x,
value.
exactly. So y2 minus y1 over x minus x. What is the value?
0.
0. So I get actually y2 minus y1 over 0. And this is not defined. I cannot divide any number by 0. That's why the vertical line does not have a slope. So here I can say the vertical line does not have slope, or the slope is undefined. So the vertical line does not have slope, or the slope undefined. I mean undefined, it does not have a value. The slope does not have a value. So for the vertical line, we does not have a slope. Why? Because if we're using this here, I show you by using like a line, a vertical line, I take the same x coordinate, but the y coordinate is different. So when I using the formula for the slope, the difference of y over the difference of x, I get y2 over minus y1 over 0. And this is undefined. So the vertical line does not have slope. Now, I'm going over the horizontal line. So the vertical line does not have a slope, but what about the horizontal line? What is the slope of the horizontal line?
0.
0, exactly. I'm going to show you why the slope for horizontal is 0. The slope of the horizontal here, horizontal line is 0. Why is 0? I'm going to show you the same things. I'm going to graph the Cartesian plane like this. This is my x-axis, and this is my y-axis, and I have a horizontal line like this. And this line passing 2 points. The first point is here, and the second point is here. Both of the points have the same y coordinate. Both of the line have the same y coordinate. I mean, for that, this point A of x1 comma y, because this value is the same, it's y here, and this point here is B of x2 comma y, the same y coordinate. This is my x1 here. This is my x1. This is x1. And this is my x2. This is x2. Both of the line have the same y coordinate, but the difference is the x coordinate. Now I'm going to applying the formula for the slope. The slope is m over y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so this is over here. Now, what is my y2 in the B point, the point B?
Just
What is
y.
my y? It's y, exactly.
So
So here
y
it is.
minus y, because of the
Y
same
minus,
value.
exactly, over what?
X minus 2 minus x minus 1.
Exactly, x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1. Now, y minus y is
0.
0 over x2 minus x1. And the value is 0. Why? When I divide 0 for any number, they give me 0. So this is 0. So the slope for the horizontal line always 0. The slope for any horizontal line is 0. Of the horizontal line is 0. Is always 0 or is 0. The slope for a horizontal line is 0. Now, we have to know also if the line look like this. If I have my Cartesian plane something like this, also if I have my Cartesian plane something like this. The first one, the line like that, and the second one, the line is like that. So we should to know here in the first one, this, the slope, here slope equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And this value is greater than or is greater than 0. We should to know the value here is greater than 0. And here the slope for any line of look like this, the slope equal y2 minus y1 over
It's a negative slopes, right?
exactly. The here is negative slope. The slope, the value for the slope in this one is negative. So the slope here is positive. The slope here is negative. When I see the line something like this, I mean like this, or like that, or like that, or at passing the origin, the 0, 0, or passing like this point. So always if the line, any line of this form, always the slope is positive, and the line in this shape always negative. Again, this is, I'm going to call it number 1. This is 1. The vertical line does not have slope. This is number 2. The slope of the horizontal is 0. Any line of this form, the slope is positive. And number 4, any line of this shape has slope negative. We have 4 cases. Any question? Make sense? Okay. Now I'm going to give example. So example, find the slope of a line passes the points P of 2, 1 and the point Q of 5, 8, 5. Find the slope of a line. This line passes the point B of 2, 1 and the second point is 8 and 5. What is the slope here? What's the formula for the slope? The difference of y.
Difference of y over difference of x.
This is correct. Then you plug this point, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now you plug this point. What is my x2? What is my y2? First of all, what's my x1?
X1 is 2.
Exactly. And what's my x2?
8.
8. What's my y1?
1.
Exactly. What is my y2?
5.
Exactly. Now you use this, you plug this point inside this formula. Y2 is 5 minus 1 over 8 minus, again, 5 minus 1 over 8 minus 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. And 8 minus 2 is 6. 4 over 6. I can simplify this. What I get?
2 over 3.
Exactly, 2 over 3. So this is the slope. Here is the slope is positive, right? The slope is positive value. Which of from 1 to 4 represent this line?
It's going to be a positive slope, so it's going to go from the left side down towards the right side up.
So which one? 1, 2, 3,
On the
4.
left
I give you
side.
the numbers. No, I mean I give you numbers. Yes, number 3. So the line gonna be look like this. Like this. So because the slope is positive, the line will look like something like this. Why? Because the slope is positive. This is about the slope of the line. Now we're going over any question for this. Makes sense how we can use the formula and plug numbers inside the formula of the slope. Okay, so now we're going over the equation of the line. Equation of line. The equation of the line passing the point, I'm going to give you the formula for the equation line. So the equation of a line that passes or pass the point x1 comma y1, x1 comma y1, and the point and has slope, has slope m is defined as y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. This is the formula of the slope. The equation of the line passes the point x1 comma y1, so this is one y1, and has slope m is defined as y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. So actually, for the equation of the line, I need two things. The first one is the point, and I need the slope m. I need slope and I need point. For the circle, we talked about the circle last time. I need two important things to find the equation of the circle. Is the center and the radius. But for the line, I need two important things. The first one is the point, any point, but such that the line passing this point, and also we need the slope of the line. Then we're plugging inside this formula. Y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. I'm going to give you example for this. Example number 1. Find an equation of a line passes or pass the point 1 and minus 3 with slope minus 2. So the first part of this example, number 1, find an equation of a line pass the point with slope minus 2. How we can find the equation of this line?
First, since the slope is given,
Yes.
since
So the slope is given and also the point given, the line passing the point. So I have point and slope.
so
Yes. Just plug inside the equation. Y minus y1. So y minus, what is my y1?
-3.
-3. So y minus minus 3 equal the slope.
Minus 2.
Minus 2 of
Minus
x
2
minus
times
1 minus 1. Now let's simplify this thing. I get y minus minus is positive 3 equal. We distribute the 2 inside the parentheses.
-2x plus 2.
-2x plus 2.
And then you just subtract 3 on both sides.
Yes, we have to subtract the 3 from both sides because I need the equation as in the standard form, y equal something. So here we're going to subtract the 3 from both sides. So I get y equal y plus 3 equal minus 2x plus 2. Now we subtract 3 from both sides because I want to cancel this out. Now get y equal minus 2x. 2 minus 1 is, what is the
Negative.
value? Again, what is it?
-1.
Yes, it's -1. So the equation of this line is y equal minus 2x minus 1. It's simple and direct. Just you have to get a point and you need slope. Yes, I'm going back. Can you go back? Yes, here. I need a point and I need a slope. This is the point and this is the slope, and use the equation of the line, direct. You're welcome. Now, second part, any question for the first part of this example? Okay, the second part asks sketch the line. So number 2, sketch the line. How can I sketch the line? First of all, the graph of this, because we have the slope is negative, because the slope is negative in the question, the slope is -2. The graph gonna be look like this, like number 4. Like this. Why that like this? Because the slope of this line is negative. But also we have to know what is my y and x intercept to graph this line correctly. So to graph this line correctly, you have to need the x intercept. I mean, for the x-intercept, where is this line intersect the x-axis? At which point this line intersect the x-axis? But before we find the x-intercept, I prefer to find the y-intercept, then you find the x-intercept. So the y-intercept, where is this line intersect the y-axis? You're looking for the line, the point. You're looking for the point. Where is this line intersect the y-axis? At which point? So to find the y-intercept, like last time, what we should to do here?
Wait, isn't it -1?
You said, is it a -1? This is correct, but how we can find the y-intercept? So my equation is y equal minus 2x minus 1. What we have to do?
I don't really know, but what I do is y equals mx plus b, and I take the b as the y-intercept.
This is correct, but also last time we learned how we can find the y-intercept.
The equal x to 0, something like
Exactly. The y-intercept just set x equals 0. So when you plug the 0 here in this equation, I get y equal, like I get some student answer here. Yeah. She said, or he said, minus 2 times 0 minus 2 minus 1. And this is equal 0 minus 1. And this is equal minus 1. This is correct. Or I can say this minus 1 is my y-intercept. But we're going to talk about this later in this section. So my y-intercept, it's minus 1. So the line should be at -1, passing the point -1. This point here is 0 and -1. The line intersect the y-axis at -1. Now, what is my x-intercept?
So x-intercept is right where it crosses the x on the negative side of the coordinate.
It's
Or you can plug in 0 for
exactly.
y to find
For
the x value.
This is correct. So set here the same idea like before, y equal 0. Then I get here 0 equal -2x minus 1. Now we solve it for x. You add 1 for both sides, add 1, add 1. I get 1 equal, now here, I will get 1 equal -2x. Now divide both sides by what? By -2. So divide this by -2 because we don't have space here. I'm going to move it up. So here I get 1 equal -2x. Now divide both sides by -2 by -2. This cancel out. I get x equal -1/2. So at -1/2, at this point, this is -1/2. At this point, the line intersect the x-axis. And also at this point, -1, where is the line intersect the y-axis? So this is the correct graph of this line. So again, in the exam, to sketch the line, you should to find the y and the x-intercept. After that, you can graph the line. But before you starting graphing the line, you should to know how is the line look like. How? By using the slope. If the slope is positive, it should be like number 3 here. If the slope is negative, it should be look like this. If the slope is 0, the horizontal line. If the slope is undefined, it should be vertical line. So here the slope from this question is -2. This is mean is negative. So the shape for this line is like number 4, like this. Now to find the y and the x-intercept, just plug set x equals 0 for the y-intercept and set y equals 0 for the x-intercept. This is what you should know about how to graph any line. Another example. Sorry, example. Find an equation of a line that pass the points -1, 2 and 3, -4. So find an equation of a line that passes the points, the first point and second point. So before we start thinking about this question, we have to know any line need 2 things. The first one is point.
And a slope.
Exactly, point and slope. But in this equation, does not give me the slope. What we should to do here?
First, find the slope.
Exactly. How we can find the slope?
The difference in y over difference in x.
Yes, correct. So first of all, here the slope equal m equal difference of y minus 4 minus 2 minus 4 minus 2 over 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1. And this give me minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. 3 minus 4 is 4. We can simplify this thing here. What does this simplify for minus 6 over 4? How we can simplify? Yes, exactly. It's minus 3 over 2. This is correct. Divide the numerator and the denominator by 2. Minus 2 minus 3 over 2. Minus 3 over 2. This is the first thing. We found the slope. The slope is done. Check. The slope is found. Now we need a point. So you can, for the point, you can take any of this point, any one of this. You can take this, or you can take this one.
Isn't it easier to, slope intercept form? Just simplify, if you simplify to y equals mx plus b, it's much easier to see. Like you can plug in the slope for m, and then you can choose any points and then find the y-intercept. It's much easier to see, no?
What do you mean exactly? How?
So, y equals mx plus b. So
yes, you can use this way. You can
now
use this way. Yes, I
it's
know
much
this way.
it's much easier. So now if you found the m, which is minus
3 over 2.
3 over 2.
And you plug one of the point. This is correct.
Yeah, that's much easier, I think.
Yeah, it depends from like both of them are correct, but I'm going to use the formula, the original formula of the book. That's why both of them this correct. Like you can use this one or use the formula as the book mentioned. Both of them correct. Here, so we can choose a point. Which one would you like? So I'm going to use this point here. Point. The point is minus 1, comma 2. Now, you should use the formula. The formula is said y minus y1 equal slope of x minus x1. Now, my y1 is 2. So here I get y minus 2 equal, the slope is minus 3 over 2 times x minus x1. x1 is minus 1. So minus 1 is 1, positive 1. Now distribute the minus 3 over 2 to inside the parentheses. I will get y minus 2 equal minus 3 over 2 x minus 3 over 2. Now you add 2 for both sides. I get y equal minus 3 over 2 x minus 3 over 2 plus 2. You can simplify this thing here, minus 3 over 2 plus 2, by making the denominator equal. So actually the 2 is 2 over what?
The denominator,
Y.
I can't
Exactly.
see the bottom.
Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it here. Y equal minus 3 over 2 x minus 3 over 2 plus 2.
The common
Minus 3
denominator is 2.
Yes. So the common, so here is, I have to simplify these two numbers, the 3/2, the fraction, plus 2. So some of you said this 2 is actually over 1. Yes. Now we can simplify -3/2 and 2 by multiplying here this by 2, multiplying both of the numerator and the denominator by 2. So now I'm going to get -3/2x -3/2. Easier to make it positive, plus -3/2 plus 4/2. Now the denominator are equal, 2 and 2, so I get y equal -3/2 x -3 plus 4 is
-1. Sorry,
is
positive
positive
1.
1 over
2.
2 over 2. Any question for this example? You have any question? It is 1 over x. Yes, it is 1 over x. This is correct. Yx. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not 1 over 2. Sorry. It's 1 over 2. -3 plus 4 is 1 over 2. Yeah, sorry for that. Yes. Is 1/2. Any question? Now we're going over equation of the form y equal mx plus b. So here, number an equation. So an equation of line has slope m and y-intercept. If the y-intercept given in the question, except b. So the equation is y equal m times x plus b. An equation of line has slope m and y-intercept b. So the equation is y equal mx plus b. So again, in this one, if the equation is given, but this is different about the previous one. The slope is given this time, and the y-intercept is given. They did not give me a point, they give me the y-intercept. So the equation will be y equal m times x plus b. Example for this. Find an equation of the line with slope 3 and y-intercept -2.
Isn't it y equals 3x minus 2?
Y equals 3 minus 2. This is correct.
3x minus 2.
So my equation is y equal m times x plus b. Just we have here in this question, m is given is 3, and the y-intercept is -2. So now I get y equal m is 3x plus -2. So my equation is y equal 3x minus 2. Any question for this example? Y equal 3x minus 2. Now for the vertical and horizontal line. Any question for this example? Is easy? Okay. So vertical. Okay, no questions. Vertical and horizontal lines. So and I'm going to talk about vertical and horizontal lines. So I'm going to give you the definition. I know the vertical line does not have a slope, but still has an line equation. I'm going to define it as if an equation of vertical line, if I have a vertical line, this line passes through
An x, isn't it?
if I have A and B, if this line passing this point, so the equation is, what is the equation? Go ahead, Shop.
Is it y? It's passing through x, right? Isn't it
Yes,
y equals a?
because it's a vertical line supposed to be like x equal. The equation is x equal
X equal
A.
a, yeah.
Yes. So because it's a vertical line and the vertical line does not have a slope, but still has equation. The vertical line has an equation line. The equation of the vertical line and the line passing a point A comma B still is x equal A. So the equation is x equal A. Now for the horizontal line, an equation of horizontal line pass through the point A comma B. What is it? Any
It's
idea?
it's y, since since a vertical line only passes y axis, it's y equals
Y
y
equal,
y equals b.
yes, y equal B. Because the horizontal line passing the y-axis, so y equal B. This is the equation of horizontal line. And also the same thing for the vertical line. So the vertical line has equation is if the vertical line passing a point A comma B, so the vertical line has equation x equal A. If the equation passing if for the horizontal line, if the horizontal line passing a point A comma B, so the equation still the equation is y equal B. So this is the first one, this is the second one. Okay, I'm going to give example. So example is find an equation of vertical line pass the point 3, 5, 3 and 5. If the vertical line passes through this point, the question is find the vertical line equation, find the equation of a vertical line passing the point 3, 5. Okay, what is the equation of the line? We know the equation of the slope of the vertical line is undefined. But like we said here before, the vertical line still
X equals
has equation. So the equation is like Shop said, x equal the Cartesian, the x coordinate of the order pair. So x equal 3 is my vertical line. X equal 3 is my vertical line. The equation x equal 3. Any question for this one? Just we're applying this property. Okay, another example. Find an equation of horizontal line. Horizontal line passes through a point 4 and 7. So what's the equation of this line?
Y equals 7.
Y equals 7. This is correct. The same idea. If the line is horizontal, so the equation of this line is y equal the y coordinate of the point, y equals 7. This is correct. Any question for this example? Okay. I'm going to give a fast review what we did here. So first of all, we start talking about the line. I give the slope of the line is the difference between the y values over the x values between 2 points, such that the line passing this 2 point. Then we start talking about the slope for the vertical line. The vertical line does not have a slope, or the slope is not defined. Then we move to the horizontal line. The horizontal line has a slope 0, always. Why? We show that by using a line, and this line has 2 points in the Cartesian plane. And we plug this point here in the slope and I get 0. Now, any line of this form, the slope always positive. And also any line of this form, of this shape, always negative. The slope is always negative. Here is negative. Less than 0. Then I give example for how we can find the slope for the line, and this line passing 2 points. Then we start talking about the equation of the line, and I said the equation of the line, the two important things is the point. We need a point and we need slope. After if we have the point and the slope, we can plug inside the equation of the line, y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. And also I give example, find the equation of the line passed through a point 1 minus 1 and minus 3 with the slope is minus 2. Then I told you in the same example, sketch the line. This is very important. We have to know how we can sketch the line in the beginning, we have to know how is the line look like, because the slope is negative. The line will be look like this. Now we should to know which point exactly passing which point exactly passing the y-axis and the x-axis at which point. To find this, we find the y-intercept, and also we find the x-intercept. To find the y-intercept, we set x equals 0, and to find the y-intercept, we set x equals 0, then we solve it for y. And then to find the x-intercept, we set y equals 0, then we solve it for x. We found the x-intercept, the blue point, and we found the y-intercept, the red one. Then I give another example. If this line passing 2 points, so we find the slope, and we're using the equation of the line. Then I choose one of this point. Then we're using the equation of the line. And then we continue solving this example. Then I said an equation of the line. If this line has slope and also has a y-intercept, we don't have to use the big formula of the line to find the equation of the line. We can find it direct by using this formula, this equation, y equal m times x plus b. The m is the slope and the b is the y-intercept. So I give example for this. Then we're talking about the equation for the vertical and horizontal line. I said the vertical line does not have a slope, but it still has an equation line. The equation line is x equal the point where x equal the x coordinate of the point, such that the line passing the point, the Cartesian plane. Also, an equation of horizontal line equal y equal the y-intercept of any point, such that the line passing the point. I give example, for example 1 and example 2. Now we're going over the parallel and perpendicular line. Is very important thing in this section is the parallel and perpendicular line. Thanks. So we're going over the parallel and perpendicular lines. Sometimes in the question, they give you a line passing through the point, but they does not give you the slope. But instead of that, they give you another line, and the other line is better to the line where I'm looking for the equation for it. So instead of that, we can find the slope from the parallel line. I'm going to explain that more. So in the beginning, I'm going to talk about the parallel line. So we should know here any two parallel line lines have same slope. Any two parallel line, they have the same slope. So suppose my Cartesian plane, I have a Cartesian plane like this, and I have two lines. Here's my first line. My first line, and also this is my second line. First line and second line, like this. both of these two lines, the blue one and the red one, both of them are parallel to each other. So here, this and this parallel line. So we have to know the parallel line have the same slope. Suppose the red one has slope m1, the blue one, and the red one has slope m2. So we should to know that both of the slope m1 is equal to m2. So m2 or m1 equal to m2. We should to know the slope of the first one m1 equal to the m2. m1 equal to m2. The both of the slope are equal. Now for the second one, this is for the parallel line. The parallel line, the important things we have to know, both of them have the same slope, m1 equal m2. So if the question give me, like I'm going to give example to show you how we can find the slope and how we can solve a question like this by using the slope of the parallel line. Second point, we have to know two lines of slope m1 and m2 are perpendicular if and only if the both of the line are perpendicular if and only if m1 times m2 equal -1. If m1 times m2 equal -1, this is the relation between the two slope. So suppose my line like this is the two line. The first one is the blue color, like this, and the second line is this. Both of the line intersect at they are perpendicular. So suppose my slope for the blue one here, slope is m1, and for the red one the slope is m2. Now we should to know if we multiply the slope of the m1 and the slope of m2, should they give me -1? So the slope, so we have to know m1, the blue one, m1 times m2 equal -1. So M1, the slope of this one times the slope of the second one equal -1. Example for this.
Can you just say for a
Example.
perpendicular line? Can you say for a perpendicular line
This
the
one?
slope? Yeah, for any perpendicular line, the slope is always going to be the negative reciprocal.
Yes. So if I need to find the slope of M1, if this unknown and this is given, so you can find the slope for M1 by the negative of the reciprocal of M2. So I can here say M1 equal, okay, I mean the blue one, M1 equal -1 over M2, the reciprocal of the second one. M1 divided by M2. The same thing for M2. If this given M1 and this is unknown, so we can find the M2 by the formula M2 equal -1 over M1 over M1. And both correct. Depend the question. Okay. Any question for the perpendicular and parallel line? Sahel Ahmed, he said no. Okay, another student. Any question? Is clear what we said, what I said here? Okay. Now we have example. So the example said, find an equation of the line that pass a point 5, 2 and parallel to the line 4x plus 6y plus 5 equals 0. Find an equation of the line that pass the point 5 and 2 and parallel to the line 4x plus 6y plus 5 equals 0. Okay, how we can solving equations like this?
First, I would make the equation in the form of y equals mx plus b so I can see the slope.
Yes,
and
exactly.
dy.
So first of all, we're starting changing the equation here in the formula in the standard way. So here I get 4x. So the example here, 4x. I have 4x plus 6y plus 5 equals 0. How we can do it, Shab?
So first subtract 5 on both sides. Subtract 4x and 5 at the same time.
Okay, perfect. Subtract 4x and 5 from both sides. 4x minus 5. This cancel out, this cancel out. Now I get 6y equal minus 4x minus 5.
And then you would divide on both sides by 6.
Exactly. Divide both sides by 6. So this is by 6, this by 6, this by 6. Cancel out. Y equal minus 4 over 6, x minus 5 over 6. How we can simplify the 4 over 6? What's the simplify for 4 over
Minus
6?
2/3.
2 over 3, exact, 2/3. Y equal minus 2 over 3 x minus 5 over 6. Now, what is the slope of the perpendicular line? What's the slope of the perpendicular line?
Perpendicular to this line,
What's the slope of this line, I mean?
minus 2/3.
And this is perpendicular to the line I'm looking for. So the slope for, because the question told me the perpendicular line has this equation like this. So this is
Okay.
my equation of the perpendicular line. This
So
is
you
the equation perpendicular line.
so you know that you know the slope is gonna be negative, the negative reciprocal, and you use the points to plug in the equation to find the perpendicular line.
No, because what is, first of all, what is the slope of this line here?
Negative 2/3.
Okay, so the slope for the perpendicular line, for my line I'm looking for, we have two lines. The first line is this, and the second line I'm looking for, because the question told me find the equation of the second line for the line. So the slope for
Oh,
this
it's
line,
parallel. It's parallel. Okay.
yeah, parallel. So I have slope of the parallel line is minus 2 over 3. So what is the mean of that?
They have the same slope.
Have the same slope. So I'm going to graph a simple graph like the Cartesian plane. This is just help me for solving this example. The first line is this. Suppose it is of this form. This is the blue line, and the second one is this. And the line, the question asked me, what's the equation of the blue line such that we have a red line? Suppose I have, this is red, and the question told me if I have a red line and they give me the equation of the red line. The equation of the red line is given is 4x plus 6y plus 5 equals 0. The equation of the red line is given, and the slope of the red line, I found it from the equation here, is minus 2 over 3. So the question told me find the equation of the blue line. So here the slope of the red line the slope here, the slope of the red line is minus 2 over 3. So what is the slope of the green, the red, for the blue one? What's the slope of the blue one?
Also the same as the red one.
Exactly, is the same. Okay, the slope of the red one is minus 2 over 3. So the slope of the question one, the question told me what's the equation of the blue one. So here I can say the slope of the line I'm looking for is minus 2 over 3. Now I have a slope. I have also point. I have point 5 and 2. Point is 5 and 2. And the slope is minus 2 over 3. What is the equation of the line? Question line, example line, is y minus y1 equal y minus y1 equal x of times slope times slope m times of x minus x1. Now the slope is minus 2 over 3 and the point is 5 and 2. This is my x coordinate, this is my y coordinate. So just plug it here, so I get y minus y1 is 2 equal, the slope is minus 2 over 3 of x minus x1. x1 is 5. Distribute the 2 inside the parentheses. So I'm going to get y minus 2 equal minus 2 over 3x. Minus times minus is positive, 10 over 3. Same idea, we add 2 for both sides, plus 2 plus 2. Now I get y equal minus 2 over 3 x plus 10 over 3 plus 2. And the 2 is like actually over 1, like we used the previous one, over 1. So I have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3. Multiplying by 3, multiplying by 3. So now I get y equal minus 2 over 3 x. And here we have 6. 6 plus 10 is 16, exactly sharp. 16 over 3. Any question? Any question from the other student? Makes sense? So we have a point and we have slope. This is a point. So actually we have a point and we have a slope. Then we use the equation of the formula. The slope I got it from the red one, from the parallel line. Another example. So the example is find an equation of a line that is perpendicular to the line 4x plus 6y plus 5 equals 0 and pass the point 0, 0. Find an equation of a line that is perpendicular to the line and pass the point 0, 0. So the example said if I have two lines, the first line is the red one, like this, and the second one is the blue one. And both of the lines are perpendicular to each other, like this. So both of these lines perpendicular to each other. The red one, we can find the slope of the red one is given from this one. How we can rewrite this equation in the standard form?
It's the same thing as, it's the same equation as before, so we can just write
Exactly.
y
Exactly.
equals minus 2/3 x minus 5/6.
Yes, it's the same like the previous exam, 4x plus 6y plus 5 equals 0. So if I want to rewrite it by using the previous example, y equal minus 2x 2 over 3x minus 2 over 3x minus 5 over 6. This is my equation of this line. Now the slope of this line, like I said before, the slope is minus 2 over 3. So the red one has a slope here is minus 2 over 3. The question is, find the equation of the blue line. Find the equation of the perpendicular line. So I know the slope of this one, the red one, is minus 2 over 3. So what is the slope of the blue one?
3/2.
Exactly, and positive. So
Yeah.
the slope of the original line, or the blue one, or the blue line is m1, suppose this is m1, times minus 2 over 3 equal minus 1. So multiply both sides by what? By 3 over 2 minus. Multiply this by minus 3 over 2. So actually this divide, cancel out by this. Here I get m1, the slope, equal 3 over 2, positive. This is the slope of my blue line, of the original line. Now I have a slope and also I have point. So I can find the equation of the line. So the point is 0, 0. And the slope for the blue line is 3 over 2. Is 3 over 2. So the equation of the line is y minus y1, I mean like not like this, y minus y1 equal the slope m times x minus x1. What is my y1?
0,
And what is my x1?
0.
0. So plug inside the equation, so I get y minus 0 equal the slope. What is the slope?
3/2.
3 over 2 times x minus 0. Y minus 0 equal 3 over 2 times x minus 0. Here I get y equal x minus 0 is x, so I get 3 over 2 x. Can you go back to the previous? Yes, here you go. Any question for this example? It's clear? Is this example clear? Yes, the equation is y equal 3 over 2x. That's it. Eric, yes, the equation is 3 over 2x. Any other question for this example or the previous example? For the first example, what chapter will it cover? The first example. Which example do you mean? This example or this example? This one? Ah, the exam. Okay. For the first exam, what chapter? It will cover everything. For the first exam, we'll cover everything from the first class until we arrive. Okay, by the way, if you need anything, you can email me by gausef99@gmail.com. This is the last example for today, and I'm going to see you next week. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.